You know what, man? Fuck scripts. Yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on? It's your boy Statics J. What the fuck? Yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on? It's your boy Statics J, and today I am dropping another video out for you guys. Now, it's been a long time since I have a face-to-face with you guys. I don't know how long it's been since I've done a fun. What the fuck? I don't know how long it's been since I've done a face-to-face with you guys, but here I am. This is me and you, and look at my face. And I hope. Basically, what I'm trying to say, it's been a long time. So about a couple of days ago, my friend TubinMonkey was streaming where he was hosting a 1v1 tournament with his community of people. And it was sort of set up like an amateur esports event while he was hosting the matches and providing the commentary. It was a fun event for people to show up and show off their skills on a table. And I have to say, the matches were entertaining. Now after Tubin's friend Mac won the first tournament, he hosted another 1v1 tournament that same day for someone to be the second champion. And I, of course, had to show up for the second tournament to see where my skill lies compared to others. Now, after the tournament was over, I asked Tubin if it was okay for me to use his footage to showcase everything that went down, and he said it was cool. Now, before we get on with the video, I just want to point out that during the stream there were some technical errors, and I did what I could to fix them so it'll be an enjoyable experience. And lastly, you won't hear me talk at all during the matches because it was his stream, and he had everybody muted. Now, I know the video is pretty long, but I would really appreciate it if you guys would sit down and watch the matches, and plus see how well Tubin did with the commentary, because I thought it was on point. But worst case scenario, if you don't want to sit around and watch the entire matches, there's a time step right over here, and you can just click on that and watch them if you really don't want to watch anybody else play. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm out here. Peace.
All right. So we got underrated Mac, Choo Choo, Lifeless, and Statics. GG to everybody. Be sure to look at our rules. Weapons that are banned for the tournament: no 725s, no rockets, no claymores, and no proximity mines. Don't worry about your perks and kill streaks. You can't use them. They're completely disabled. There's no radar. There's no pings on radar. 15-point match. You are allowed to have any attachment you want on your weapons, and any weapon is allowed besides the 725, because that gun is broken. So we're not going to have that. You can use any other shotgun, and you can use any attachments you want. So make sure you pick your most comfortable custom class setup that you like to use. Okay? Winners of each tournament are going to get a game code of my choosing. I have a bunch of them to give away. And after we do this tournament, we'll do a giveaway in the stream for a game. Whoever is joining us tonight, I appreciate it. We are underway on our second 1v1 tournament. My name's Tubin. I'm your codcaster for the night, your amateur esports e-boy, dressed to the nines. No, I got sweatpants on, so it's not that bad. And this is our first ever tournament. Super awesome to have y'all here. So next up, we got Django, aka Choo Choo, versus Lifeless. Speedball map. Hopefully y'all ready to bring that A game. Let's see if Lifeless can make a nice comeback. Take Choo Choo to the town. We'll see how he goes in this match. Yeah, sometimes it does. It's weird. Very strange. Let's see what's on the menu. It's like Lifeless. Lifeless has his choice. Ooh, Choo Choo going with the P90. That's the Kilo or the M13? I'm trying to see. Alright, so first matchup. Lifeless trying to take the bottom left flank. Looks like Choo Choo's flanking behind him with that silenced P90. Trying to sneak up behind Lifeless. Looks like they're both very close to each other. They don't even see it. Choo Choo trying to see where his opponent moved to. Lifeless not progressing much. Oh, here's his footsteps. Goes in pursuit. Lifeless might be able to take the first point here, and does with the drop shot. Let's see if oh, and Choo Choo has switched back. So Choo Choo's rocking the Kilo. Lifeless choosing the M13. Looks like they're both taking a defensive stance on one side of the map, trying to hold a lane down here. Choo Choo decides to try and flank over towards the half wall. Looks like Lifeless is going to hold down this wood wall right here. Choo Choo trying to flank around. Gets back into the deployment area. Peeking over, trying to see. They're both playing a very low game right here. Trying to keep a low profile. A lot of open zones. Take shots at each other. Lifeless trying to flank around, gets the slide kill on him, up 2 points over Choo Choo. Throws down the median stun, gets the kill on Lifeless, even though he tried to slide into that kill. Gets a solid takeaway from that engagement. Lifeless throws a frag grenade trying to draw him out. Lost sight of where Choo Choo went. Choo Choo's on the other side of the storage container right here. Pulls back, drops back a little bit, and Lifeless comes in with the drop slide. Shoots him all up in his back. Tries to get a little bit aggressive on his side. Lifeless says, I'm not having none of that. Choo Choo gets a couple shots up on him and takes advantage of his damaged opponent. Trying to close the gap. 3 to Choo Choo's going to hold this side of the lane. Gets shot at a couple times. Lifeless getting aggressive. Throws a stun. Pushes in. Gets a couple shots on him. He's got him against the wall. Takes advantage of his downed opponent. Pulls up 2 points on Choo Choo. Choo Choo's trying to come back. Holds back to his lane. Evades the frag. And Lifeless gets dropped. Completely ran out of his equipment. Kind of gave away his position. But you get a couple shots off him. Game sound is behind. Yeah. Oh, okay. Damn it. I have to fix that. Alright, Choo Choo's holding back. Lifeless chucks a grenade. Misses. Slides. Gets dropped. Peeks around the wrong side of the crate. We have a tied match 4-4. Django. Choo Choo trying to push. Lifeless trying to hold himself down on this little half wall right here. Not to lose sight. Throws out a stun. And they both engage. Choo Choo comes away with the point. Up 4-5. Lifeless throwing out his stun. Misses. Tries to push in the container. Gets pistoled. Clean pistol kill right there. Lifeless down 2 points. Much closer match this time. Drops the stun. Doesn't quite get the full contact with it. Backs up. Try to engage. Plays a low profile game. These containers hotspot. Lifeless taking shots. Django and takes advantage of his weakened opponent on a 5-kill spree. Coming back from his slow start of the match. Pushes this corner very aggressively. Lifeless with his back to him. Doesn't even see they are on the same side of the field but on opposite sides of each other. Lifeless trying to hold down and get his feet back in the game. Down 3 points. See how he tries to go on this container right here. Choo Choo all the way back at the beginning. The map gets him on, completely exposed on the left side. Didn't quite check his corner there, and Lifeless took advantage of it. Lifeless closing the gap up 2 points, and Choo Choo pulls ahead 1 more point. No real solid connection with the grenades, but doesn't quite get his slide kill he was looking for right there. Looked like he was really getting aggressive. Choo Choo taking a lot of damage, but still able to hold on to his lane. Looks like Choo Choo's got a nice visual on his opponent. Takes some shots, and even as crouched, does not get his accuracy down. Lifeless pays for it, down 5 points. Not listening to his opponent right next to him. Choo Choo clearly hears his opponent coming on him. Goes around backside and takes advantage of it. Django up 6 points. Lifeless trying to push. Throws his frag, doesn't connect. Sees his opponent, slides, misses the opportunity. Could have got an easy slide kill right there. Looks like Choo Choo's on his 5-kill spree right now. Sees his opponent, lost sight of him there. It holds down this left lane. Looks like Lifeless is trying to get around, flank him. Trying to get a nice flank on him. Lifeless switched up to the AUG also. I just noticed that. Changing up his gun plays here. Trying to hold down a lane. Throws out a flash. Doesn't connect. Choo Choo sees him slide and gets him as he is crouched into the shot. 2 points away from the match. Choo Choo looks like he might take this unless we can get a nice clean comeback right here. Lifeless spins around, slides, exposes himself to him. 1 point match. Throws a flash. Flashes himself. Choo Choo holding down this side. The Choo Choo train steaming ahead. Lifeless throws his frag, tries to bait his opponent out. Thinks he might have him on his... Might have him on the other side. Lifeless coming back. Oh, it takes a couple shots at him. Gets aggressive, pushes him. 6-14, only down 8 points. Needs to really pull it back here. And Choo Choo gets aggressive, holds down the lane, takes the first win of the match. GG's. Yeah, it was a close match there for a while. The bait out grenade allowed him to be a little bit more aggressive on his lane that he seem to really like to hang out over there on that half wall. Choo Choo takes the first match, advances to the next round. So we have Underrated versus Mac, aka, well, Mac versus aka Lucky Tiger, aka Underrated. Let's see what we got here. Mac versus Choo Choo. Looks like we got a little kilo action. Looks like Mac is still trying to pick out his weaponry. It's been a good weapon choice so far. Max doesn't pick his weapons. I'm trying to see what he. Okay. Kilo versus Kilo. Looks like Underrated is going to push up mid. Max sees his opponent, takes the first shots, takes the first point, takes a couple shots in there, but he gets away with the first match point of this tournament. And Underrated comes right back, responds very aggressively. Max sees his opponent in the side building. They're both on the top level. Underrated throws a frag, trying to get him out of his little cubby hole there. Spots him. Mac taking shots, gets him on the cross bridge, up 1 point. Let's see how Underrated responds here. Looks like he's going to go a little bit less aggressive. Tries to bait him out and does with that clean shot to the wall. Gets the headshot. Tied up match, 2-2. Looks like Mac stays in his little zone. Goes clean with the headshot spree. Let's see how Underrated responds. Looks like Mac is trying to bait him out with a couple of shots. Doesn't know where his opponent is. Both of them looking in the buildings. One playing high, one playing low ground. Looks like Underrated pushes up to the top. Mac hiding back in the corner. Could not get a defensive spot on him. Tied match. Underrated pushing. After that spawn, gets dropped. Mac on the spawn. He had seen him, but he lost sight of him. So he's up 1 point now. Mac trying to be on top of this one after that last championship round. Let's see how he responds. So Mac pushes up in the across the mid. Doesn't want to open up himself in that cross bridge. Looks like Underrated trying to push on him. Mac takes advantage of his steps. Comes in on the low key. 2 point advantage. Mac is still holding the top ground. Tries to bait him out with a shot. Thinks he might have him. Underrated lost sight of his opponent and takes advantage of his push. Quite aggressive. Didn't think he was gonna come away with that point. Only drops down one, drops the lead to 1. Looks like Max trying to push back up in these buildings. Here's his opponent, takes advantage of his steps, giving him away. No perks either on this one. Let's see how Underrated responds. Looks like Mac is trying to hold this little corner right here on the top end. Underrated watching. Sees his opponent, takes some shots at him, and pays, even though he got some shots on him, up 3 points. Max hits himself with the stem. Good choice usage. Gets his opponent coming up the stairs. Still loses the battle. Drops down with a 2 point lead. Lucky, very damaged, but stays out in the open. Tries to get an engagement on his opponent. And takes advantage of his pre-firing shots, giving himself away. Mac is only up 1 point. Gets the grenade throw off. Doesn't get him with any damage on it, though, unfortunately. Tries to get him out. Lucky taking advantage of his top ground right now. Tied match. Max trying to bounce back and get himself a lead. Pushes up, throws his grenade. Waits to go up the stairs. Underrated is trying to see if his opponent's trying to push up on him. Oh, and then Mac takes advantage of his steps. Drops down out the window. Had a good defensive position. Just gave it away. Looks like both of them on the defensive now. Looks like Underrated is going to be a little bit aggressive. Wait for his opponent to try and come up the stairs. Mac holding down his corner. Sees his opponent in the window. Backs up. Takes a couple shots at each other. Trying to catch each other. Peeking out. Looks like Mac drops down. Doesn't quite capitalize on his position. Gave it away there. Both of them on the top flank. Trying to see where the other one is on the corners. Oh, and Underrated takes advantage of him peeking out of the window. Mac back in the corner. Sees his opponent. Delays to take the shot. Could have got an easy kill there. Underrated up 2 points on his opponent. Trying to stay a little bit more aggressive, even though he's on the top lane. Holds himself in this little room. See, Mac is trying to play a little little bit more slowly aggressive, not pushing too hard. He knows he's down 2 points, trying to come back. Mac slowly pushing his way around outside the building, while Underrated slides into the second outpost. Sees his opponent. Mac sees a couple of opportunities there. Does not capitalize on it. Tries to get him through the planks there. Doesn't get the penetration that he was looking for. Both of them taking shots at each other. Mac taking way more damage in that gunfight. Uses his stim. Underrated still with a flashbang. He has not used yet. Has not taken advantage of his opportunities. Mac capitalizes on the slow progression across the floor. Sees his opponent. Oh, caught sight of him and then looked away. Drops down with a two-point deficit on the match. Underrated on the bottom floor. Mac trying to hold down the top ground. Let's see if they get a little bit aggressive here. Looks like Underrated tried to throw a grenade up there. Didn't capitalize on it. Flushed him out of his little hole. One of them wants to go up to the tower. It doesn't seem like Underrated wants to take that way. He's trying to flank around. Mac's listening in. Tuned into his footsteps. Mac takes advantage. Closes the gap to 1 point. Underrated is trying to hold on to this lead. Slowly progressing through. Gets stunned and takes advantage of the perfectly cooked stun grenade. 2 point lead. Mac's trying to bounce back. Close match right now. Very close match. Looks like Underrated is trying to push a little bit out of the window, but doesn't see anything. Backs off. Mac's trying to see if his opponent's trying to flank around him, but doesn't. Underrated and Mac on each corner, scanning, looking. Throws a frag. Gets damage on it, but doesn't get the kill. It was off the vehicle. Mac takes a couple pot shots at him. Gets a little damage. He regained that health back, so he can't really get the full kill. Both of them peek in the corner, and Mac takes the loss on that one. Three up. Underrated is trying to close out this match. He's got a 3-point lead. Mac's trying to play a little bit more defensive. Baits him out. Throws a grenade. Underrated is not even over there. He doesn't see him. Oh, and he does not connect. Match point for Underrated right now. Looking to take down this match. Get his win. Underrated sees him. Oh, and kills him through the banister. Takes the match. 15-10. Good match. That was very close. Underrated got a little bit aggressive. And it paid off in dividends. Taking the win. Taking the win. Ooh. Damn. Good job, Underrated. We're waiting on Lifeless to get in. This is going to be Statics versus Lifeless. Winner, I'm going to give Lifeless another chance. Winner can advance. This is your redemption hour, but I'm going to be fair with you. Statics is pretty fucking good. Alright, let's see. Lifeless' first weapon of choice is going to be... What is it? Fuck. I gotta wait for him to... Oh, I gotta wait for Statics to pick his loadout. She hasn't picked one yet. Almost shower time. I have to work overtime tomorrow? Really? Oh, Statics has not picked a weapon yet. Oh, there you go. Oh, no, he still hasn't picked one. There he goes. Alright, Statics has... Both rocking the kilo. Ooh, Statics taking a couple shots there. Swaps out, gets aggressive, pushes. Lifeless takes first blood. Both sticking with the kilo. Alright, let's see how Statics is now. He pushes up, goes mid. Lifeless taking the top spot. Trying to get aggressive. Feels like Statics hears him walking around up top. Lifeless running around. Statics pushing up. Getting aggressive and taking the top lane. Very, very impressive. Clambering up and still managed to get the kill. Lifeless taking a couple shots at him. Lifeless getting hit by that stun grenade. Slides out of the way. Statics flipping a pistol. Takes the shot in the back. Clean kills. Goes up 2-1. Lifeless throwing out his stun grenade. Trying to get a peeky little stun. Statics dropping down. Oh! Lifeless trying to take advantage of his spot. Get a grenade kill. Did not pay off. Statics backing up. Lifeless on the other lane. They're both playing a little bit defensive. Trying to see who's going to step out and expose themselves first. Statics sliding in. middle ground. Sees Lifeless crouch, takes advantage of it. Goes up 4-1. Lifeless trying to keep himself in this game. Throws out a little grenade, trying to get a peek and kill. Doesn't connect. Gives away his position, sliding in. Static's on a 5-kill spree. Up 4 points. Takes a little damage, but is able to regen that back. Gets hit with the grenade, but does not die. Takes a oh, it's a stun grenade. Couldn't tell. Lifeless connected, but lost sight of his target. Static's trying to see where his opponent is. Both of them slowly peeking around. Lifeless sticking back towards the defensive position. Static's pushing up, being aggressive a little bit. Sees his opponent. Lifeless, they both notice each other. And Lifeless has lost sight of his opponent. Static's backing up, trying to get a flanking position on his opponent here. Goes up, clambers up to the top lane. Trying to see if he can get a little bit of a height advantage on his opponent. Both playing very defensive, very slow, tactical. Static's loses his engagement, trying to get aggressive with the animation screwing him over there. Static's pushing in. Lifeless holding down his lane, listening for his opponent. Static's creeping around. Very slow. Oh, Lifeless has the drop on his opponent. Makes him pay dearly for it. Closes the gap 2 points. Holding down the middle defense has been paying off for him so far this match. Static's throws his stun grenade, tries to get his opponent to come out. Thinks he was sticking in the same zone. Lifeless holding down a very defensive perimeter, the middle spot of the field. Static's not quite sure where his opponent is. Lifeless holding down. Looks up to see if he's in the top lane and gives himself away. Free kill for Static's, up 3 points. Lifeless throws a grenade. Does not connect. Static sees his opponent running. Loses sight of him. Both of them in the middle of the arena. Lifeless in the corner. Gets his opponent on the aggressive push. Static pays for it. Loses the lead 2. And comes right back and responds with a clean kill. Static's trying to see if he can capitalize on his position in the mid ground. Lifeless going back to his spot in the middle. That's paid off for him so far. Static's trying not to be too aggressive, but peeking all of his corners now. Lifeless taking advantage of his position again. Closes the gap down 2 more points, 7-5. Static's up on top. Lifeless taking advantage of his opportunity. Moves out of his position. Static's cooking a clean grenade. Pushes him out. Swamps out and gets the kill. Still takes a stun, but it's alright. He walked away with a point, 8-5. Lifeless gets a stun off cross map. Takes the top lane, sees his opponent, loses sight of him, doubles back. Static's trying to get aggressive, goes on the top of the hill. And moves up and advances, takes advantage of his opponent's weak end state. Lifeless down 4 points, trying to keep in this match. Static's taking over Lifeless' spot. Sees his opponent, drops back in the corner. Lifeless drops down again, 5 points. Static's trying to take advantage of his position, hold down that middle ground. Lifeless getting a little aggressive, but still does not capitalize on his aggressiveness. Playing a little bit more offensive, trying to get a clean-up kill. Lifeless going back to his mid corner. It's paid off for him. Static's slowly advancing on top of the map. Here's the cooked stun grenade and pushes, but gets flushed out of the corner that Lifeless was in. Both slowly moving on each other. Shooting from the hip. No ADS. He does not give a shit. Lifeless is going for the kill. Cleans up. Closes the gap. Up still. 5 point Statics. Trying to get a little bit of payback for that cheeky kill. And makes him pay for it. 6 point lead. 3 points from the match. Statics is pushing up. Mid ground. And pays for it. Gets shot while crouched. Walking around the boxes there. Lifeless goes back to this corner in the mid ground. It's been his little safe haven. Statics trying to see if maybe his opponent is doing the same thing. He throws a stun in the same direction. Both of them slowly moving. Well, not Lifeless, but Statics. Let's see. He hears the footsteps, but he doesn't know where his opponent is. Statics pushing up the middle. both going very slowly, not to give away their positions by sound. Statics looks like he's going to take this corner, checking to see if his opponent is hiding. Lifeless makes him pay for it and moves out of his position, not to get stuck by another easy kill right there. Statics pushes that corner aggressively. He's not having that again. Statics looking for his opponent. Lifeless on the other side, middle ground, throws a stun. Alerting his opponent. Statics is trying to see if maybe his opponent had pushed. Not quite sure. Lifeless waiting, baiting out. Seeing if his opponent's going to expose his... Oh, gets hit in the face with a stun grenade and does not capitalize on a Statics. Unfortunately, lost sight of his opponent. Statics trying to bait him out with a pot shot right there. Sees his opponent up top, and Lifeless drops down 13-8. 5-point lead. Lifeless trying to take the top ground. Been a little bit different. He's trying to change up his playstyle, seems. Drops down. Sees his opponent. Takes advantage of it. Closes the gap. 4-point lead. 13-9. Statics up top. Statics respawns and gets him straight into the back. 1-point match point coming up. Statics on top. 14-9. Ends up almost stunning himself. Gets the kill. Even though he took a lot of damage. He's going to have to play a little bit more defensively, but it does not pay off. Statics wins 15-10. Very close match. Very, very close match. Good job. Good job. Let's see that final kill cam. Oh, it was too soon off of the pass kill. I don't think he had enough time to recover. If he would have backed up, he might have had a better opportunity to engage. Statics takes the win. Advances to the next round. Good job. Whoever's the loser of this one will fight against Statics. Yes, that's how we'll handle that. Whoever is the loser of this one fights Statics, and then the winner of those two fights against the winner of this one. That's how we'll handle it, yeah. So whoever's the winner of this match advances. The loser fights against Statics, and the winner of those two advances to the final. We have Choo Choo versus Underrated. Winner advances to the championship round. Loser fights for a spot back into the championship round. Here we go. Looks like we have our opponents ready. We have the M13 versus the Kilo. Underrated versus Choo Choo. Let's see who's going to take the win. 15 points. Gulag Showers. Looks like Choo Choo's sized up to throw uses a stim immediately. Pushing right side. Trying to see if he can see his opponent. And he was mounted up and did not capitalize on it. Used his stim earlier and tries to get a frag toss. Does not work. And Underrated takes the first point in this match. Doubles back. Underrated trying not to push too hard. Sees his opponent lane. Takes a couple shots. Doesn't quite connect. Has the top spot on. Does not see him. Takes 2-point lead. Underrated over Choo Choo. Choo Choo needs to see if he can push, be a little bit more aggressive, hold him in the lane, but he does not. Slides in, gets the kill, closes the gap, gets his first point of the match. Underrated just spawning in, gets dropped again. 2v2. Underrated versus Choo Choo. Choo Choo on the spawn, gets a couple shots. Choo Choo able to heal, but does not save him, and Underrated takes a 1-point lead. Trying to get aggressive on these lanes. It's very hard to hold one specific lane in this map. Takes a couple pot shots, tries to draw him out. Underrated sees his opponent, slides in, gets the shot, pulls ahead. 2-point lead. Underrated trying to hold down a defensive spot. Sees his opponent, gets him to draw his fire out. He knows where his location is, but if he moves, which Choo Choo looks like he's going to try and push over to the middle, goes back to the side lane, mounts up, pushes up in the mid. Underrated sees him. Underrated drops him. Pulls ahead. 3-point lead. Choo Choo trying to stay back in the game. Needs to get a little bit more aggressive, but also see him. Oh, sees him. Looks away. Gives him an easy kill. Choo Choo not capitalizing on opportunity. Tries to draw his opponent. Throws a frag right at him. Does not connect. Underrated moves up on his throw. Draws out his fire. Walks right past him. Choo Choo gets him on the backside. Throws a stun grenade. Underrated. Might try and do a cheeky grenade throw right here through the window. and manages to almost connect. So close, but got deflected off of. Choo Choo evades a grenade kill out of the window. Sees his opponent, shoots at him, draws his fire, swaps over, gets dropped on the weapon swap. Underrated up 7-3. Kills him again on that middle lane. It's very hard to hold that middle lane. Looks like Underrated is trying to get a little spree going here. Choo Choo tried to get the grenade throw. Ran out of bullets, swapped out. Just did not connect. Swapping out his weapon. Underrated slides in, gives himself an open kill. Underrated still up 5 points. Underrated pushing, slides in, capitalizes on the slide maneuver. Very clean, very clean. Underrated up 6 points. Choo Choo's trying to do something to stay in this match. Holding down this middle lane. He, not using much of his stuns. Underrated trying to go back and forth, but holding this side of the field down. Not letting him try to advance on him. Sees his opponent. Starts taking shots. Choo Choo can capitalize, but does not. Underrated gets out by the skin of his teeth. Regens his health, pushes back on the right side. Choo Choo trying to flank around side, sees him slide and takes advantage of it, closes the gap, 11-5, 6-point lead. Choo Choo sees his opponent again, draws out his fire, doesn't see him move, comes back, holding that lane down. Underrated, able to pull off a kill right there in an open field. Underrated holding down the middle. Choo Choo trying to advance down the middle lane too, but doesn't want to. Just wants to hold down a lane. Sees his opponent, capitalizes on it. Moves his position. That way he's not in the same spot. Underrated pushing up on the side. Saw he seen his opponent, but did not. Choo Choo and them both looking in the same direction. They meet, and Underrated comes out with the point. 2 points from the win. Underrated sliding in. Sees his opponent, capitalizes the easy slide kill. Underrated got match point. If he can take this next one, Underrated gets a stun off. Gets stunned. Choo Choo trying to push in after that stun, but does not push aggressive enough. Sees his opponent, still managed to get the kill. Almost died on that engagement. Very close. Playing it very close. Sees his opponent, baits him out, and still holds the lane. 6 points down. Is he trying to come back on this match? Comes back with a 3-point kill spree. Choo Choo down 5 points. Might try to pull off an upset here. Holding down the lane with a 5-kill spree. Choo Choo is putting the business on Underrated. He's got match point, but gets too aggressive and loses. Underrated takes the win. Was starting to get out of hand there. Oh my goodness. What a play. Very aggressive. Very aggressive. Didn't quite pay off, but what a match. What a match. Never played that map? It's a good map. The gunfight maps are fun. You did really good. That last bit was impressive. Oh my goodness. That was fucking crazy. Okay, so Underrated pulls ahead, managed to slip by and get the win. So Underrated advances. Choo Choo is out. No, yeah, Choo Choo now has to play against Statics. Choo Choo versus Statics on King. Winner advances to the final championship round versus Underrated. I'm curious to see who's going to hold down that top lane. Even though you have a nice height advantage, the map keeps you a little bit exposed. So we'll see what happens. Choo Choo's going back with the Kilo. Seems to be a weapon of choice. Or is it Kilo M13? I was getting confused on their gun profiles. Choo Choo's spawning in, getting a nice push up the mid. M13 and a Kilo are the assault rifle go-tos so far in this match. Statics pushing up, gets the drop on Statics. Choo Choo takes first point lead with a slide kill. Almost traded right there. The Statics takes advantage of his opponent running up on him, gets the easy kill. Pushing up on the left side, trying to regen that health back. Choo Choo's trying to look at the middle ground, see where his opponent is, doubles back around. They're both on far ends of the map. Statics looking for his opponent down a lane, tries to hold down a corner. Choo Choo's trying to push up middle ground. He's looking for some revenge on his last match. He's trying to push his way into the championship. He feels like he earned his spot. Looks like Statics threw a frag, Baits his opponent out and gets the stun kill regardless. 2-1. Static's up 1 point. Watching his opponent. He's all in the open field. Very risky maneuver. Choo Choo cooks a grenade, throws it, exposes, and Static takes advantage of his opponent stepping out in the open field. A little bit weak right now. He can't take a full-on engagement. He's looking to see if he gets the stun off. But Choo Choo does not advance off of the stun. Doesn't get very aggressive with it. Sees his opponent, backs out. Static's got a glimpse of his opponent. Pushes up through the pack, the containers and kills him. Static's up 3 points. Holding down his back corner lane. Choo Choo tries to advance, sees his opponent. They're both on the same side of the field. Who's going to push first? Both sliding in. Choo Choo takes advantage of his opponents. Just not paying attention to that side of the lane. Static's trying to bounce back. Left himself. Gets the stun off. Pushes. Takes advantage of the good stun. Choo Choo drops down. 3 points. Both of them on the far end of the field. Static's coming aggressively at Choo Choo. Static's over the open field. Sees the stun. Trying to see where his opponent went. Choo Choo getting very aggressive. Completely exposed. Gets dunked on. Choo Choo closed the gap 3 points. 6-3. Choo Choo sees his opponent. Gets the stun off. Jumps and gets stunned mid-jump. Static takes advantage. It goes up 7-3. Gets stunned again. Drops the frag. Choo Choo almost walked into that grenade. Double back. Good thing because it saved himself from getting killed. Both of them use their lethal equipment. Choo Choo is still holding on to that stun grenade. Pushes up. Gets a pistol kill on Choo Choo. Static's up 8-3. 5 point lead. Trying to hold down his lane. Holding down that side of the field. Choo Choo goes up top flank. Static hears him moving around. Looking up the mid. Oh, and gets dropped on the back end. Did not check his back. Choo Choo sees the open. Wants to get back into the far end of the field. Takes advantage of his positioning while Static tries to flank around. Static's looking for his opponent. Doesn't see him. Choo Choo going through the containers. Sees the stun, pushes, and Static's baited out with the stun grenade. Takes advantage of the kill. Pulls his lead up 9-5. Sees the opponent, gets another kill while he tries to run into the containers. Choo Choo trying to get a push on him and comes back, closes the gap a little bit. He's got a 4 point lead. He's got to get him some health back if he's going to engage again. Static hits him with a stun. Does not advance quite as aggressively. Thinks he's still in that corner, looking toward the middle ground. And Static's still trying to locate his opponent. Choo Choo on the far end, making sure his opponent doesn't try to take him on the middle ground. Static's peeking, open field, sees his opponent move, has his location, looking to see if he'll peek that corner. Choo Choo hits him with the stun grenade and the frag, trying to get him to get the easy kill, but does not. He gets away with it. Static's holding on to like the middle high tier ground, slowly advancing. Choo Choo in the containers, backs up, doubles back. Oh, and Static gets aggressive on his maneuver, takes him out, drops him, and goes with the pistol follow-up kill. 12-6. Choo Choo trying to make a statement and come back. Gets a clap on him in the containers. Hits him with the stun. Does not advance quite yet. Thinks he's moving to the right side. Static's double backed. Trying to get himself a defensive position after that stun. Seeing his opponent, waiting for him to step out. Does not engage immediately. Loses an opportunity to get a kill there. Oh, and Choo Choo gets dropped in the middle field. Had his opponent against a wall. Static's in the middle ground with his pistol at the ready. Not even choosing to go with his primary. Cooks a grenade over the top mid. Doesn't engage. Sees him in the container. Swaps out. Choo Choo getting some shots on him. Takes advantage of his opponent. Who's weak. 2 points from the match. Static's looking like he's trying to close out to get to the final. But Choo Choo is not having it. 13-9. 4 points. Can he make a comeback? He was doing it in the Gulag Showers. It's like Choo Choo's trying to hold himself down in the middle ground. Statics listening. Here's his opponent. Looking for him. Walking right below each other. Statics listening. Trying to move very quietly. Choo Choo is being very aggressive, running around. Going back to the mid-ground. Statics out in the open field. Trying to look and see who's going to engage who first. Choo Choo looks like he's trying to hold down this middle spot. Goes back to the containers. Statics up top, second floor. Sees him, engages with the pistol, slide in. Trying to double back behind him. Statics does so. Has him on the run. Oh, it gets the melee kill. Oh my goodness, the aggressiveness. Looking for a match point right there. And there you go. Match goes to Statics. With the melee kill followed up with the drop. GG's. That was tense. That was very tense. And Statics advances on to the final round. My goodness. Championship round, underrated versus Statics on docks. Who's going to take the win? Who's going to take the big W? So far, we got Mac as our #1 first-time winner of the COD Modern Warfare 1v1 tournament. Congratulations, by the way. Again, really awesome. 2v2 is the same. Oh, no. No, I'm saying like having 2v2. Yeah, it's basically be the same as a gunfight. Looks like we have both opponents rocking the Kilo. Been the go-to gun. Could have really helped put on a show if I'd have played it in the last week. No, it's fun. It's not super serious. We're just having fun. It's a casual tournament. I just like to see how y'all compete against each other. And then me practice doing this, you know? Alright, so underrated versus Statics. I'm seeing who's going to take this win. Who's going to take the second championship win. And a winner of either one of these gets a VIP spot in our channel. Statics getting a little bit aggressive with his pistol kills. I've been very impressed with these pistol plays. Oh, and Lucky gets very lucky. Almost with the drop. They had their backs to each other. Underrated takes the lead. 1 point. Statics trying to bounce back. He had him a nice spot. Rocking that Kilo with pistol. Sees his opponent and gets dropped again in an open middle field. Underrated is trying to hold down the top lane on this match, not give it away. Statics trying to be aggressive, mounts up and gets dropped 3-0 right now for Underrated. Being very aggressive. Statics trying to see if he can get a flank on him. He's trying to close some of this gap right now, only down 3 points. Gets stunned, runs in, can't really maneuver. Underrated takes advantage, throws a frag, and pays. Statics capitalizes on his opponent being open and gets him on the spawn. 3-2, closing the gap. We have a match, ladies and gentlemen. We have a match. Statics versus Underrated. Statics playing the bottom lane. Not many players use this, I've noticed. It's impressive to see the change up of the tactic. Statics pushing in tower. Underrated pushing in tower. Both of them going for the second level advantage, trying to get that height over their opponent. Underrated sees him peek. Capitalize on it. Statics pays for it 2-4. Underrated trying to hold down this top lane, getting that height advantage. It's been paying off so far. Underrated looking to seal that win. We got Statics trying to push up mid lane. Top tower. Sees his opponent, gets the drop on him. Very slow maneuver. Closing the gap 1 point. Let's see. Statics trying to hold his tower. Underrated sees his opponent, takes advantage of it. 3-5. Very aggressive in his tower plays. Statics listening. Here's his opponent. Just hits him with a, tries to hit him with a stun. Underrated moves out that tower. Here's the stun. See if his opponent's gonna push. Slides in. Underrated looking, waiting to see where Statics went. Statics way overthrows his frag. Tries to push up, see where his opponent is. Underrated has moved down to the bottom tier. Advancing up to the top. Got his back to him, and Statics drops 3-6. Underrated holding down these towers very aggressively, not giving up his positioning. Statics dropped again, walking up the stairs very slowly on the crouch maneuver, trying to have that good accuracy. And Underrated gets him on the spawn, super exposed, down 5 points. Can Statics pull back a win right here? Looking for his opponent plays in the tower. Baits him out with the flash and gets the easy baited kill. Statics trying to get back into this match. Takes advantage of his opponent's spawn positioning. Closes the gap down 3 points. Statics holding the top tower. Says, I'm not going to give up this defensive position. Trying to bait him up there. Underrated. Here's his opponent moving around. Cooks a nice flash. Doesn't connect. Statics moves out the tower. Baits down. Sees his opponent up on the bridge. Throws a frag, but way overthrows it his opponent. Underrated jumps down, drops him easy for the kill. 5-9, up 4 points. Both pushing the tower. Statics takes advantage of his opponent's slide. Gets the kill. 6-9. Statics hears his opponent moving up the tower. Takes advantage of the movement. 7-9. We have a match. Very close match. Underrated. See if his opponent's going to be up in that tower. Waiting. Statics looking. See if his opponent's going to cross over. Underrated slowly pushing through the tower. Both of them engage. Far in. Underrated comes out on top. 7-10. 3-point advantage. Statics hits him with the flash. Can he take advantage? And he does with the quick swap to pistol. Closing the gap 8-10. Very close match here. And gets another kill on the top of the tower. Statics trying to pull back a win. Very aggressive. Underrated is not going down without a fight, though. He wants his tower back. He sees it. He wants to push, but he's not trying to give up his position. Throws out a stun that bounces off the fence. Statics on the bottom ground. Statics playing on the bottom level, trying to see if he can bait out his opponent. Underrated trying to push his tower, but does not see his opponent. Gets shot. Tries to push. Oh, and they're both engaging at the doorway. Statics flanking back around while his opponent's engaged. See if he can bait him up the stairs. And he sees his opponent. Does not capitalize on the opportunity. Waited too long to take the shot. Statics drops down. 2 kills. 9-11. Underrated. Hits him with a clean flash. Needs to advance. Misses the climb there. Sees him in the window, lost sight of him again, knows that his opponent is in the tower. Underrated. Walks almost into that grenade, looking to see where Statics is. If he pushed up in the tower, not quite sure where his lane is. Underrated, pushing in the middle. Statics on the drop, managed to get from a crouch position, closing a 1-point match. Statics down 1 point, trying to bounce back. He's really hurt from that last engagement. Underrated. Almost pushing on him. We have a tied match. Tied match. Statics holding down the open middle ground. Very, very risky at this point in the match. We're more than halfway through. 3 minutes, well, almost 4 minutes left. Statics and Underrated on the bottom floor. Statics sees his opponent. Sees him again. Following him through and seeing if he's going to go across the middle, but he does not. Underrated goes back into the tower. Goes up to the second floor. Seeing if he's going to try and peek him again. Statics trying to work his way around, get his opponent to give himself away, and does, and it works and it pays off, and he takes the first lead. 12-11. Statics up 1 point. Underrated trying to hold off this win and get his first championship win. Very close match. 3 minutes left. Statics holding down the tower. Both of them rocking the kilo. Not much uses of the lethals, or no kills with the lethals yet. Underrated, trying to peek his tower. They're both trying to get a defensive position in the towers. Statics looking to see if his opponent's trying to push up out of the middle ground, but he does not. Underrated going very carefully up this tower, hopefully not to get shot in the back. Statics going back down to the bottom floor, seeing if his opponent's trying to cross. Underrated up top tower, watching. Checking his lanes. Throws out his flash. Does not connect. Underrated. Kind of gives him position away. Statics looking to see if he can push in this tower. He sees his opponent. Gets the headshot. Does not get the kill. Does a lot of damage, but does not get the kill. Very close. Slides up. Pushes. Capitalizes. 2-point lead. Statics up. Goes back into the corner where he gets some health back. Underrated. seeing if he's going to stay in that corner. Looks like he caught a glimpse of him there for a second. Seeing if he's going to advance into the tower. Both of them pushing on the same tower. Underrated, second floor, going towards bridge. Checking across, doesn't see anybody. Slides, Statics, has the angle, takes advantage of it. Match point on the line. Statics needs 1 kill for the win in the championship. Underrated. Sees he might be in the tower, he's looking, scanning. Statics playing very defensively right now. He needs his match point to win. Underrated is walking out. Double back. Statics sees him, misses his opportunity. Underrated gets the easy kill, tries to bait him out. Baits out the stun, gets the stun. Statics looking for the kill, sees him drop down, got some on the back kill. And there is the championship. Statics with the win. Very tense. Very, very tense match right there. Almost got the grenade kill off. Pushed him out, flushed him out. Good match indeed. Cool. GG's. The winner of our second championship is Statics. What a match. Oh my god.